Question 3. In this question, we need to think a little bit to understand the question, interpret it correctly, and then we'll be able to solve it. So let's read the question first. 7/9 of the students in a class are boys. If 4/7 of these boys are involved in sports, what fraction of the class are sports involved boys? So the very first thing, what am I going to do is, I don't know how many students are all together. So I'm going to consider, like, let us say X is the number, like total number of students in the class. So now the very first thing is, how many boys will be there? So my first sentence tells me 7/9 of the students in a class are boys. So how many boys? 7/9x. Because x is the total class students and 7/9 of the total class students are boys. So 7/9x will be the number of boys in the class. Now, out of all these boys, how many of them are involved into sports? So 4/7 of the boys are involved in the sports. So I got to do 4/7 of total boys involved in the sports. So 4/7 of the boys, x is the total number of students, 7/9x is the number of boys, and 4/7 of number of boys are involved into the sports. So now this is nothing else but just a multiplication. So I can just do like 4/7 multiply by 7/9, and this is x also, so x also gets multiplied here. Yeah, whenever you are multiplying fractions, guys, the best thing is fighting. Anything common top and bottom, I can cancel them out. So you can see like 7 and 7, they both are common. So 7 is cancelled here, 7 is cancelled here, 1 and 1, yeah, 7 1 just 7. So they both are cancelled. Now 4 and 9, there is nothing in common, so I can't do anything with. So 4 times 1, that is 4 on the top, 1 times 9, which is 9 in the top, and the x will remain there. So we can see 4/9x, x is the total number of students. So 4/9 is the fraction. 4/9 of the entire class are involved into sports activity. So 4/9 is the fraction we are looking for. So that's the fraction of the boys who are involved into sports activity. And that is our question number 3, guys. Question 4. This is a little tricky question, so you got to understand properly and then do it. So let's read the question first. If 4/5 of a container is filled with water and 3/8 of it is poured out, what fraction of the container is still filled with water? So the very first thing, what am I going to do is, I'm going to consider, let us say, the total capacity of the container is x. So x is the liter when it's completely filled with water. So in the starting, what we are doing, 4/5 of the container is filled with the water. So 4/5x. That is the water. It is in the container. Now second part is little important to understand. They're saying 3/8 of it's poured out. So 3/8 of this capacity is going out of the container. Now you got to understand one thing. If 3/8 of the water of this capacity is going out, so what fraction will be remaining in this? So you can think about that. Like, let us say if you got an 8 piece of the pizza, if you're eating out 3 pieces of the pizza, then how many pieces will be left? There'll be like a 5 pieces left. Yeah, so then we can think like what fraction of the pizza will be left. So we can think like 5 out of 8. That is the fraction left in pizza. And the same concept we can apply here. If 3/8 of this water is just going out, So how much water or what fraction of this is still going to be in the container? So that will be 5/8 of this fraction. So I can do like 5/8 because I want to find out how much water is still in the container. So 5/8 of 4/5x, that is the fraction is going to be in the container. And now I can multiply them. So 5/8 multiplied by 4/5 and x. Now we can do the fighting on top and bottom, guys, as you know, right? So 5 and 5 can be cancelled out, and there's a 4 and 8 also 4 common, so you can say like 4 ones are 4 twos are, so 1/2. So 1/2x. So 1/2x is still filled with the water. So that means half of the container is still filled with the water. So this is half of the container will be still filled with the water, and that is question number 4.